Hello, everybody. We are back again. Week 2 is in the books, and so is my trip to New Jersey to watch the Panthers. So, yeah, I got the new helmets here. They're the updated 2022 helmets. The old ones are over here. So, yeah. This is the Week 3 NFL predictions. Starting off Thursday night, we got a legendary AFC North rivalry between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. I have the Pittsburgh Steelers getting the first victory of week 2 or 3. So yeah, Pittsburgh jumps up to 2-1. Cleveland falls down to 1-2. Next up, we got the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the New York Jets. This one is in MetLife. I think the Bengals' winless streak ends this week. They get the victory over the Jets. So the Jets fall to 1-2. The Bengals rise to 1-2. Next up, we got a division rivalry. The Eagles taking on the Commanders. This one will be the Eagles. Eagles start off the year 3-0. Commanders start off the year 1-2. So yeah, good job for the Eagles. Next up, we got the Raiders taking on the Titans. Neither one of these teams have won this year, but I think the Raiders are going to get their first win of the season this week against the Tennessee Titans. So yeah, Tennessee falls to 0-3. They have yet to win. But the Raiders do get their first win of the season in week 3. Next up, we got the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Indianapolis Colts. This one's not too hard either. Kansas City will get the win. They jump up to 3-0, and the Colts fall down to 0-2-1, I believe. So yeah, they have yet to win a game too, along with the Titans. Next up, we got probably my favorite game of the week this week, the Bills versus the Dolphins. I don't know if this is true. It might be in Buffalo instead of Miami, but whatever. I'm going to go with an upset alert. The Miami Dolphins start the season 3-0, not the Bills. I think that the Dolphins they showed their strength against the Ravens this week. They came back from a huge deficit to be able to get the win over the Ravens. And who knows, maybe they could do it against the Super Bowl favorite Buffalo Bills. I just think that the Bills, they're not going to show up as much this week as they did last week against Tennessee. Or I guess by last week, I mean yesterday. Next up, we got the Saints taking on the Panthers, an NFC South rivalry. Saints get the win here. So, unfortunately, I have Carolina starting off the year 0-3. But I don't know. It's just, I feel like the best chance we have at winning for the next couple of weeks was this week against the Giants, and they didn't. So, yeah, this is going to be a long stretch for Carolina, I believe, and that's coming from a Panthers fan. Next up, we got the Bears taking on the Texans, two garbage teams, but I'm going to have the Texans get the win this week. I think that Houston gets their first win of the season. They get it against the Chicago Bears. Honestly, I think the rain really helps Chicago a lot because Houston isn't too bad of a team, to be honest. Like, even though their record doesn't say otherwise. So, Houston starts out the year 1-1-1. And Chicago starts out 1-2. Next up, we got the Baltimore Ravens taking on the New England Patriots. This one will go to Baltimore, I believe. So, yeah, New England will fall to the Ravens. They start the year off 1-2. The Ravens start off the year 2-1. Not a good weekend for the AFC East other than the Dolphins. And then next up, I believe this is the final game in the 1 o'clock spot. On Sunday, the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings. I'm going to go with the Vikings here. I think that the Vikings, yeah, they got blown out yesterday, but they were playing the Eagles. the Lions are a completely different team than the Eagles. Next up, we got the Falcons taking on the Seahawks. I'm going to go with Seattle here because they're at home, and Geno Smith is honestly a better starter than Marcus Mariota at this point. So, yeah, Atlanta. If Carolina's going to start 0-3, Atlanta is as well. It's only fair. But Seattle, 2-1 to start the year. Not bad. Next up, we have the Green Bay Packers taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't want to say this is an upset, but I'm going to go with Green Bay here. I think that Green Bay ends Tampa Bay's winning streak, so Tampa does not go 3-0 to start out the year. They will lose to the Packers, mainly because of the Mike Evans suspension. And I'm pretty sure Chris Godwin's hurt too. So they pretty much only have Julio Jones next week. I think that's going to be pretty hard for them. Next up, we have Jacksonville taking on the Chargers. This isn't really much of a competition. The Chargers will win this game, even though the Jags don't look like a terrible team this year, to be honest. They shut out the Colts, which is saying something, even though they were in Jacksonville. But yeah, I don't think that they can beat the Chargers. The Chargers have one of the best defenses in the league. I don't care what last Thursday showed. I think that they will get it here. All right, next up, we got the Rams versus the Cardinals, an NFC West rivalry. I think that both LA teams are going to win this week. The Rams will beat Arizona, so Arizona falls to 1-2 on the season, and LA jumps up to 2-1. Then we got Sunday Night Football, probably the most random Sunday Night Football game they could have chose from this week, but they chose the 49ers and the Broncos. I'm going to go with San Fran here. I think that San Fran, honestly, I want to say that Jimmy G being back is a great sign for San Francisco. Yeah, Trey Lance is out for the year. That sucks. But from what we've seen, Jimmy G is a better QB. Trey Lance honestly looks like a bust at this point. As for Denver, they're off to a very slow start on the season after losing 2 games and having it be a lot closer to the Texans than they would have liked. Next up, we have Monday Night Football, the oldest rivalry, actually the second oldest rivalry, but my favorite rivalry in the NFL, the Giants and the Cowboys. Upset alert again. The Giants get the victory over the Cowboys. If anything taught me, if I learned anything from my experience at MetLife, the crowd noise was absolutely a huge factor into them getting their win. And I think that they're going to be even louder when they're playing their arch rival Dallas Cowboys. So yeah, the New York Football Giants start out the season 3-0 for the first time in I don't even know how long. But yeah, anyways, that is going to do it for this video and my Week 3 predictions. Here are your Week 3 winner predictions, and here are your Week 3 loser predictions. That's going to be it. I will see you all in the next one.